And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here I go. Here I go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You didn't want that. You didn't want that. You didn't want that. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Now let's go.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4. We got 4.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A screen to Bell. Room to run inside the 40. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go! What? None! Ohio!
Check.
On first down, Watson. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. He's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
3 down, 3 down.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Out of the gun, Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! 49, check 49, check 49! Ohio! Ohio!
Watch the shift!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great.
No,
They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
All day, baby, all day. Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the
Let's
year.
go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Kill. Gun.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
All right, here we go. 319. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Rush in.
And that is incomplete.
Crash
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride.
Hey,
can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Ohio! We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey, check. Flex round, let's go. Flex round. What? 90. Check 15. Check.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Here we go. What? 90.
They'll need to get the play out quickly. Watson now to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line.
Hey, guys, check
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me out. I got a lot of injuries up here in the booth. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. No, check. Patriot. No, check. Patriot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Crash.
Come on now.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Leopard. Here we go.
57's Mike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down again. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Four down.
Leopard. Leopard. Gun.
He's
Gun.
crashing. He's checking crash.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the... He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Coming, double up.
And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
No, without a doubt, the will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Run. Yeah, baby. Boom. Got double tight.
Let's go. What?
3 down.
Now it's Watson, the bootleg. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Two times.
Ohio. Here we go. Flex round. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo sack. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And out come the Chiefs now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Detroit.
5 down.
Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Watch left.
All right, here we go.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Check 25.
Watch him now, Barney.
Check 3.
They'll set up to throw.
Showing 8.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Blitz.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give them the yardage they needed.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct it on. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
Detroit! Leopard!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
57's Mike.
Now let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Watch him now, Barney.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Santos now to add the PAT.
Touchdown.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right near the 27. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Watson off play action. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Single. Got a single in the slot.
Let's go.
Watch
What?
23. Watch 23.
What? 90.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
Coming after you.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Here we go.
Here I come again.
Red 38.
Watson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go
Come on, let's go. What?
I got
Watson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Come on, flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Crunch.
Let's go. Red 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Yeah. Single.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Ohio.
Bang.
From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Get wide. Crash down, crash.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to air one out, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading. Figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Tight right. All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10.
Strong right.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Odd. 5 down.
Gun!
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And now a first down following that long gain.
Strong left.
Here we go now. Detroit!
Back to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch 80. He likes to get those jump balls.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
No.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Now let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Tight end left. Tight end left.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Double tight. Double tight.
Here we go now. No, check. Patriot. No, check. Patriot. No, check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Safety's creeping.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Let's go. Red 38. Ohio.
6 guys.
Flex round. Ohio.
Switch.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we've come up, and we've seemingly lost communication with Larry. Good news, though, both teams somehow already back on the field and ready for the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Double tight.
Here we go. What? 90.
We got three.
Off the bootleg. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up 26. The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Red 38.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to get on fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They cannot hold us down.
Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room. And now on the backup quarterback is Hill Duck under center. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Over. Kill. Watch it now, Barney.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it fights through one man. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. We ain't giving up nothing today.
On second down, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
The play clock's running down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Flex round! Flex round!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
24, check 24.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over.
We own them.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Check.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
Motion.
Watch him now, Barney. Leopard.
Watch the ship.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Blitz.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
This will be fielded at the 8. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
It's been a long day for you.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here we go. What? 90.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Off the play action, it's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Bradley. And he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! 97!
Back to the air, Watson on second down.
Ain't going nowhere.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be third and 5.
Here we go!
Four down,
White,
four down.
90! Flex round! Flex round!
Save.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring us all the way back out to midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
He's tight right here. He's tight
We're back now in KC.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Leopard! All right, here we go.
3 down.
Green, Detroit!
Check the backer. Check the backer.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
They don't want it.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the
Come on,
other.
let's go.
But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They picked up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Texans on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far.
Let's go.
This will be third and 5.
Red 38.
3 down.
Now Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
4 down. 4 down.
Come on, let's go. White, 9. Flex round. Flex round.
99. Check 99.
Flex round. Flex round.
Slam.
Flex round. Flex round.
Switch. Hold the look.
Play clock winding down. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Back 99. No. Check. Patriot.
The give is to Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 50. Detroit. All right, here.
They'll set up to throw.
Tighten up.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. Negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
Not every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Double tight. Out. 3 down.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Ohio.
Shift.
Flex round. Ohio.
Watch twist.
Here's Watson now on second down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Ohio.
Here we go. Check it, hot read.
Ohio.
Check.
Ohio.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Going deep for Hopkins. As shoves him off at the... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about his cool, calm, collective rebounding. Now rebounding right here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Double tight.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Check.
Blue 90.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
5 down. Stand up in. You just watch 88.
And he'll lose yardage Change on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw is Watson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
White, 90.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson shakes off the sag. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Flex round! Flex round!
Strong right. Hey. 4 down,
Let's
4
go!
down, 4 down.
White, 90!
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Switch!
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Larry. Let's eat it up.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Double tight, guys. Double
tight.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but it'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's